you are a lawyer, or you know somebody who's a lawyer, if you're an officer, or you know somebody who's a police officer, if you've ever been accused of a crime, or you think maybe at some point in your life you could possibly be accused of a crime, you need to watch this videotape. You know how we have this thing in this country called our Constitution, which affords us constitutional rights? You know how in Maricopa County, the Justice Department is investigating the sheriff for possibly violating that Constitution? Well, lo and behold, this comes out of Maricopa County. And what you're about to see may make the federal government's case there as clear as anything that we have seen here collectively. An officer goes behind a lawyer's back, rifles through her personal files, takes out a document from her personal files, hands it to another deputy, and then walks out of the room. You're going to see this for yourself. It's not how I describe it. It's what you're going to see. I'm not even going to talk over it. You're going to see him get caught red-handed by the suspect in handcuffs. Talk about ironic, and then all hell breaks loose legally. All right, we're going to talk about this in depth in just a moment, but first, let's watch this together. Here it is.
Consecutive term based on the facts of this case, based on the circumstances I'm going to tell you. Mr. Lozano is doing 18 years for very serious offense. He went to trial and he lost. That being said, this case, he popped another inmate in the face while incarcerated, while he was having an argument with that inmate. Now, the pre-sentence report indicates that there's no word from that inmate. So there could be words from that inmate if they would have sent him a letter while he was in prison or down here. The only reason we're here today, Judge, is because Mr. Lozano pled guilty to that offense. It's also important for you to know that the trial that he was attending, he was acquitted on June 1st, 2009, and Ms. Lynn was the prosecutor in that case. So I think we have a little bit of sour grapes here as well, because there are significant mitigating factors here that you should consider, and so that you should not give him a consecutive sentence. Can you see this now? First of all, Mr. Lozano, although he has several prior...
That is right there.
Judge, maybe you approach.
Adam, could you come up for a second?
Did you take something off the desk? Oh, I apologize. I don't know what's going on, Judge. All I know is the deputy just took something from the podium. I think we need to recall this. I don't know where it was taken from.
So go back to the podium. And just for the record, I'm going to be also addressing my deputy.
Judge, may I just say that any letters I've received from Mr. Lozano, I've received through regular jail mail. I got here today to receive the sentencing. I showed him his pre-sentence report. I took out the staple. I showed it to all of these deputies. And I got the pre-sentence report back. If they just took any materials from my podium, I want to know what they are. Excuse me, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but this is the first time in 10 years of practicing law that this has ever happened to me. I want to know what they took, why they took it, and what's going on. I also obviously need to set this for mitigation hearing. We need to reset sentencing, and I want to know what was taken from it.
Was something taken right off the podium in front of the defense counsel?
If I'm being accused of any kind of wrongdoing, I want to know exactly what was taken, why it was taken without my permission.
Ms. Kucha, I think you should just take a deep breath and calm down here a little bit, all right? I would like to hear from, so did you took something off of the counsel table, Deputy? I just want to know what's happening. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Written letter that was taken out on file.
You don't get to do that. I also want to make sure that there's no retaliation here against Mr. Lozano, and I want an investigation on what was taken from my family.
Okay, well, I do want to just say for the record that the deputies in my courtroom are responsible for courtroom security.
I agree.
And they have quite a lot of leeway to do what they think is necessary in a situation. Sitting here, I'm not sure what exactly is going on either. But maybe we can talk about this, as you said, in another location or another time.
So when you say that anything in my file is work product, something going pretty much information, and they're not allowed to go into my things, I would search on my way into this building. And if they had any questions as to the contents of my file, I'm certainly going to ask.
Well, obviously she's asking for a mitigation hearing, and I don't know what was taken from the papers over there, but if it's something that was going to be presented to me, then I don't really see how we can go forward with sentencing right now. All right, so we'll just reset this for a mitigation hearing, and 30 days, counsel? What are you asking for?
But Judge, 30 days is fine, but I want to know why the deputy took this material.
Okay, Ms. Kucha, as you said yourself a few moments ago, this is probably something we should take up separately from this proceeding. So I want to know as well, but we'll find that out after we get this proceeding taken care of.